Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. All right, I need to do a queue as well. Oh, yeah, I claimed everything there. What's up, Scotty? Had an awesome Saturday evening with your nice dudes. I did. I had a nice Saturday evening, and then fairly nice Sunday as well. No major hangover. I did get into a spot of trouble though, but that's okay. Top res one. So let's do one victory track friendly here. Well, as in victory track match, and then we can play some friendlies as more people show up. But we need to win a victory track match against Jinx from Salty. Okay, this is gonna be rough. All his rank 4s I wanted to ban. What's up, Jinx? Oh, you little minx.
Shut up and take my money.
Sith, what the fuck is that?
Supreme $100.
Well, hello there. Well, hello there, Sith. Who's going to the jail for that? Popping out of nowhere, eh? But thank you. 15. Okay, so he's got Starkey and the Enchantress. Okay, let's give him this. I'm glad to hear you want to ban all my rank 4s. Because I always want to ban rank 4s that are quite good but not typically ranked up, because that normally means those players are very good with those champions. Like, you know, for instance, if I see a rank 4 Spider-Gwen, I'm gonna know for sure that that person knows exactly which matchups she can and can't do, and, you know, the tricks of that champion and stuff. And that is hard to play against. That is very hard to play against. I want to so badly, but you get the point, basically. If I see, like, oddball rank 4s, again, I just know that those people are getting the most out of the champions. Or decides to be rude. You want me to tell you something funny? Well, not funny. Something bad, something extremely bad, with extremely bad timing. No, I had a very fun weekend, but I was a bit naughty. I got done for speeding yesterday. I was doing 125 instead of 90. And yeah. Oh, the judgment just came in. You bribe them? No. I just have to pay the fine. You can't really bribe them because, you know, everything's recorded and stuff. Oh, you bitch. You ubiquitous bitch. It's all because he recovered from that stupid special so fast. It could have been worse. It was 125 on a 90, not 153. They didn't catch me with 153. Now, I mean, that used to be a commonplace here as well. Like, whenever you get stopped, you just, you know, sling like some money to the police, but can't really do that anymore. Just like this one. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. What is the best way to put this? I do like a bit of speeding. I'm never crazy about it now. I'm always very careful for when I speed. And this time around is also very careful. So it was like a nice long open road. And you could see clearly in every direction. And it was fine and it was safe. And there was nothing like wrong with it. And the way they caught me was there was this like bend in the road coming along, yeah. And I was already starting to slow down before the bend, but the police car just emerged from it. As in, you know, like I'm driving, the road is straight and you have a bend in front, and I'm like slowing down to go into the bend. And as I go into the bend, in the corner itself, that's where the police car comes. Oh shit. I'm gonna be so dead. Yeah. So there's like literally nothing I can do. As soon as I saw the coppers like come out of that bend, I was like, fuck. Domino is very, very rough this meta. So is Enchantress. How do you get purple crown? You talk a lot. Omega Red, I'm not even super sure Omega Red will be worth running, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. Probably. Right, I forgot. Okay, this is not gonna go great either way. And oh man, I'm just an idiot in this one. I hope Sith Supreme isn't watching. But at least let's get in some damage. Just realize that I can always, I don't need to worry about falter cooldown either. And I should have used level 1. Yeah, special 1 here before that. I just realized that because I still haven't used Prowler much at all. But yeah. Fine. Ooh! Ooh! I did not. Okay, stupid Starkey. Okay, that is not good. For the next season MVPs? For weeks 3 and 4 or week 1 and 2? I need to get that dub in, so I'm stupid. Lost Starkey. Stupid Starkey. Nah. Okay, I played awful. Yeah, I definitely need to be playing Prowler more than I am. He's like one of the only good domino counters this meta. No, I did not do my Lumtrix. But, no, we do not know that you will either. Okay, so MVPs for week 1 and 2 meta. There are lots of quote-unquote trap champions. Domino is going to be a nightmare. Domino, Enchantress, Serpent, and Thanos obviously all are exceedingly hard this meta. So is, you know, the Dark Phoenix. Defensively also, Omega Red, Elsa, Bloodstone, and Bishop can be very annoying. And Bullseye. Bullseye's very hard. Have you seen the new War event? Yeah. I have. The guy seems to be serious about his crossbones. Then Wars all stuff, yep. Duke Sentinel is all of rank 4 BGs from 2022. I mean, right now, I'd pick Zola probably. Sentinel is scary good too. Attacker's MVP. Very good of you to ask, there aren't too many. Okay, Attacker's MVP. Jugs Nuke still is gonna be MVP. For sure, for sure. Who counters that? There's not much. Someone got banned last season? A lot of people got banned last season. Okay, Attackers MVPs. I genuinely in this meta I can't think of attacking MVPs. I mean, Jugs is still crazy good, yeah. Zawolki. I can get that rank for Tiger. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I don't think there are any champions in the game right now that really shine in this meta. like offensively. There are champions that kind of work well enough. Chavez is good. Kate. Dazzler is definitely good, yes. Also, I'm not super sure about, but yeah. Also, it's kind of slower too. Well, I do think he's got me here by the ballsies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be wrecked anyways. Oh, you bitch! I am gonna so get wrecked. Alright, she's immune anyways. Man, my head's still not working. That's why I do a couple of these. You down after Smash One friendly? Week 3 and 4 meta? Sure. I just need to get a win in at some point to get those objectives, but yeah. How big is friendlies list? I haven't started friendlies yet. Or a friendlies list. Luke Cage has been quite decent on attack in this meta. Let's see how well he's gonna target that shit. Oh. Punch at 29 should be good, yeah. Normal Phoenix good in defense too? No. Poor People Phoenix is awful defense. Poor People Phoenix is offensive champion. Okay, I probably should have just waited out that thingy. Let's get closer to level 2 and then... Oh, come on, really? Okay, at least now we're gonna get some unstoppables. Fine, whatever. I played this completely wrong. Is there any chance Dodge going for units in July? There is a chance for Dodge going for like 36k units, yeah. It's hilarious. Throwing off seasons. What do you mean throwing? Oh, Human Touch will be in Webster milestones, so cash only? Oh, that sucks. Hey, good enough. Should be scared. Who should be scared? No, stream next about new Everest content. Yeah, I did that. Well, yeah, I am excited about Everest content too. I think they're gonna give those camps fully ranked up. Maybe, I don't know. But I think I heard something like that. Oh, well, it's not their fault if your deck is too big. There we go. Good job on Serpy. So now I got these thingies. Very well. Alright, so who's up for a friendly? I think Jinx asked first. We can play a friendly game. Yeah, Jinx asked first, I think. So send me a request. And I tried to play the friendly with imbalanced whilst I was completely wasted. But check this out. This is at like 3 AM. my previous match against Imbalanced. I played him wasted at 3 a.m. But hey, that was half decent. Well, I wasn't wasted. But yeah, man, I'm still pissed off about that speeding fine that I got. Oh, it was so stressful as well because I did not know at what speed they clocked me. Oh yeah, well, it's interesting that cheaters play in off-season to practice the cheating better. So, bro. Alright, again, these. Speedy Gonzalez. So it was so they clocked me at 125 and 90. What kind of sounds is what? I made no sounds. You imagined it. Yeah, I remember Kindred in this meta is filth. Oh, I should have dropped Bullseye. Bullseye is a monster in this map. You got the stupid. Okay, Bullseye. Fine. We don't have, and we do have the Domino home. Oh, and Blanc. Look forward to it. And he got the bitch. Yeah, it looked like high evolutionary. Allegedly. Allegedly high and allegedly evolutionary. I think top 400 spots are getting it. Something like that. Top 200, something like that. And that content coming out? That's in July, I believe. Hey, what's up, Slinger? Okay, I don't really have a great option here. I think. Fuck it. This meta is gonna be brutal as well. Fuck, really? Not only you failed to evade that. Dude. You're a disgrace. Not gonna be good. Yep, I figured. This is not gonna be good. Kindred is so nasty. What are you talking about, Ross? Alright, fine. Stupid Kindred. And he's gonna silk the shit out of my Kindred. That was fun. Shut up! I hate Kindred in this meta is so nasty. You literally kind of have to have Tiger, I think, against him or you're screwed. Yeah, I wish I had the 7-star. Yeah, imagine if Kindred was actually good in offense. And of course I smashed out. Okay, I still need to. Dude. Ah, of course. Oh, wait, my screen froze again. Again. Okay, fine.
Shut up and take my money.
And I still didn't figure out that USB
Sonic
thing that
Media
Yasha's talking about. I
£5.
tried this morning.
Hi KT, long time viewer. Can you put up a poll for me, who to R4 for BG, generally, duped Sentinel, or Zola?
Okay. R4. No. Hold on. There you go. The poll should be on. And I'd probably go. Then again, Sentinel has more offensive use. See you later, bud. Okay, who wants to play friendly? Who has sent a request here? Well, what's your in-game name? So Zola is quite convincingly winning this. Have you checked out the new events? Which new events are you talking about exactly? How well does Chels work in this meta is a big question. I don't know. Oh, that one. I don't think I have. 1 second. I need to take a look at it. Hmm. Alright, 1 second. 1 second. We'll take a look at them. We'll take a look at them. Did I pick my right deck? I don't know. Oh yeah, no, I did. Valkyries. No, and discount. Discount is an auto loss. This bitch is 1 lost round. They don't have a counter for him. They didn't draft. Well, I have 1 chance and 1 chance only at this. Let's see. That's an unduped dust. Okay. Oh, that no, that's not okay, really. Not really okay. Oh, that dust is gonna be so nasty. Fuck it. I have an idea. And I quickly failed at the idea. Fuck you. Why do you have to be like that? Oh wait, and my screen froze again. Ah! Yeah, and now I'm gonna get cooked by Serpent. I believe this month endgame content will be so easy. Why? Hey, Buckchief. Shut your pie hole. Alright, let's give him the dust. Enchant is epic. Titania is better for bitches. Does physical damage, I believe. Okay. God damn. Fuck me. This one is gonna be so wrong. People are gonna be so unhappy with this match, I'm telling you. What device you got? iPhone 15 Pro Max. It should work allegedly because he was using iPhone as well. Ah, yes, come on. Login. Okay, 1 second. Maybe I'll figure it out now. Because I think I just did. Okay, I'll try it again afterwards. I'm not gonna mess around with it now. Just lucky? I mean, it happens. And you're streaming through my PC? Yes, I am streaming. Who wants to play friendly, by the way? You can send me a request if you're in my friends list already. AirPlay with PC doesn't work. You need to have like an app, and I have Reflector, but Reflector is kind of laggy. Apparently, you can just do it with the USB connection. What did Sid say? They're for a new Everest content. Bastion and Morbius. No, you're not going to rank for Morbius. Thoughts on the other 9 defenders in WoW? Who are they? I don't know. Oh, you mean who I think they're gonna be? Alright, Lord Apex, fine. GC meta, let's go. Can Valkyrie do Bishop? Who might they be? I think it could. One of them could be. I think it could be Red Skull. Maybe Zola, but Zola probably is too new for Kabam willingly to give him away like that. I think somebody like Red Skull and Photon might be in there. I don't know. Oh, wow. I think Dust might be in it. Or if Kabam's smart, they will want to avoid Dust due to the lag. What this new content will be? Imagine hardcore Crucible. Effectively. Yeah? Basically imagine... Onslaught's probably gonna be one of them. And for Puncher 29, I don't even have a Puncher 29. Oh, you mean for you? I don't know if I would choose him though. Yeah, it will be harder than Crucible. Because might be easier than Ares. Final boss Thanos probably is gonna be easier than Ares, yes. Oh, I don't like Nico's abilities either, to be much. I'm never like a fan of taking your own health. And in Nico's kit, you still can end up with a net health loss, I think. I have no thoughts of the new idol champion because I know nothing about him. And it's froze again. Man, this is so annoying. Man, it's frozen. Really need to fix this. I need to probably order a new thingy. And it's frozen. I didn't used to do like this up until like a week ago. Okay, so here Nico's mad but also probably she's good. I mean, she could be very good, yeah. Or she could be another Patriot. Fine, fuck it. What? Oh, right, I didn't get slapped. But fine, fuck it. Souls out? Yeah, something like that. Fucking die, man. Yeah, Caroline Dean looks more like my type champion. Caroline Dean looks more exciting, at least for me. What they had doing, I know, right? The invade meta is so nasty. Plus the energize still, like, they took away they gain power when they hit your blocking, but energize is still there, so you still have to like deal with more specials and shit. I wish a great stream. Thoughts on Pride celebrations? Feel free to not answer. Ooh, somebody wants to steer the pot. Here's the thing. Like, not every place in the world cares for Pride or pays in much thing. Like, for instance, in Latvia, it's not really a thing. I think they do some sort of parade, but you know, there's no TV adverts, no posters, no companies making a big thing of it. Typically, maybe you can notice something somewhere, but like it's not a massive thing like it is in States and stuff like that. And that is also kind of my general attitude. I'm not like an ally. I don't support it. I'm not like one of their team or anything like that. I'm also not willing to make my personality to hate on them people. Because I do think there is a very vast difference in between actual like homosexuality and whatever your sexual preferences are to what has been turned into the modern day queer culture and the transgenderism and the, you know, the gender hormones for the kids, and all that is much more sinister than just, you know, two dudes liking, you know, each other and having sex with him. But I think that that's the first big massive distinction that we need to make, is that modern queer culture and gay culture and pride is not the same thing in my book, in my eyes, as like, you know, people being homosexual. And I'm not here for it. Like, I don't want to see it everywhere. I don't want sexuality celebrated in games that has nothing to do with sexuality. I don't think it's fine. I don't think it's appropriate for you know, kids games having random, like, not necessarily kids games, but I don't think it has to be thrown in everywhere. I wish it wouldn't happen. It is happening, so, you know, it's not that much I can do about it, but I'm also, again, not gonna make it my entire personality to, you know, be absolutely mean and outraged. I don't think, you know, you need to degrade other people. I also think that I shouldn't be attacked because it's not for me type of situation. Like when that when Caroline Dean designer came on stream, like, I think, you know, having some jokes and stuff like that, I think it's fine. I think nobody should be protected from jokes, and especially when you go on camera and put yourself out there, you need to understand that not everybody is obligated to love you, and therefore, you know, people can be very mean, just like they are mean to this narrative guy. Don't, however, agree with the people who say, that's fucking disgusting, you know, when you're malicious and absolutely kind of like wild with that. So, kind of summed up. You know, gay people exist, they always have existed. I have nothing against them. I don't necessarily like sexuality being thrust in my face. But like, I would probably have different opinion if I lived like in States. Or even in UK. In UK it was also like filthy. In UK it was getting to a degree where you can't escape it and you have to celebrate and you cannot say anything mean about it ever, or you have... Oh, that's right, Donex Media. Thanks for reminding me. Who wants to play, by the way? Oh yeah, Caroline Dean looks like a self-insert character if I have ever seen one. Raising awareness hardly does anything, but sadly that lesson people with power and celebrities have yet to learn. Well, it's not just the thing. Raising awareness, it also can be done in like positive and negative way. And if you like interject things in places where people don't want to see them or want nothing to do with that type of subjects, it breeds dislike and a pushback in a natural way. Understandable, so I respect it. I thought Pride and Black History Month to be similar in a sense. The Black History Month as well, like it's like American thing, and like in Latvia, like I didn't even know Black History Month existed up until like I was like, 18 or something. And to be frank, like as much as I sympathize with black people's struggles, but really from the as somebody who's been taught a lot of world history, because in Latvia they teach us through all the times. Every single country effectively has been conquered and enslaved and made subservient, and America is kind of like this very loud high school jock, and you make your problems the entire world's problems. Comparatively speaking, let's say the amount of global slavery that America is accountable for is like a couple of % when you look at the Middle East, when you look at Eastern Europe. Do you know where the word slave came from? It came from Slavic people, because Vikings routinely sailed to Russia and, kidnapped people and made them their slaves. That's where the word comes from, and that happened for many, many, many centuries more than the whole black thing. So again, it's one of those where America is making their current thing and trend, everybody's kind of like problem and the biggest thing in the world, when it actually isn't. Again, if you would kind of put a collective misery and misdeeds of a country in like a pot of America and the global world, then there's much, much, much more in it for the rest of the world and Europe and Asia and China and just about everywhere else than there is for America. It's just that you guys are screaming the loudest about it and you guys don't let it go. It's kind of similar, like in Latvia. Latvia effectively was under different countries' rules for like over 800 years, 500 of them being Germany, where we didn't, rule our own lands, where and periods were better, periods were worse, but there were times when we were serfs or serfs, as in like paid servitude, which was like also some awful times. And everybody in the neighborhood who wasn't lazy conquered Latvia at some point. And our language got annihilated, culture got frowned upon, like, and the fact of the matter is that at this point, me, even though I call myself a Latvian, I am more than likely like a fucking mix of every shade of white that exists in Europe because of how many people conquered Latvia. So I can't even say that there's my ancestors, because there's a very good chance that my roots are either Slavic or Germanic or Scandinavian as well. Like there's a fairly, like I would have relatives in all of those countries at some point. And sexuality should be something that's chosen within pride. Public acts sexually make, and that is also like public acts and like over proud representation of sexuality to me is like uncomfortable in general. Like I don't feel pleasant if I see like a straight couple making out next to me in a restaurant or something like that. I think that's not cool either. Doom ruled Latvia? Yeah, me too. Okay, anybody want to play a friendly? So, and I also think that this entire situation, whether it's politics, sexuality, and everything else online, has gotten far more tense. Like, people can't disagree and be friends. One of my best mates, the mate who was visiting me, we disagree with him with many different things. He's way more, let's say, liberal and like on just about every social issue than I am. But we are best friends. And every time we have a drink, we typically end up arguing, debating, discussing, and dissecting subjects like, global conflicts or history and stuff like that. until like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and those debates get heated, like with us screaming, yelling at each other a bit and stuff like that, and trying to like one-up each other. And the next day, we're not mad at each other, and we're happy because we consider that to be like a well-passed, intellectually enriching time. No, he's not queers for Palestine type of liberal. He's not like liberal. He's more of like akin to, let's say, European Union type thinking. But he's not particularly like for migration, but he is for, let's say, you know, making the world greener and stuff like that. He's a very smart guy though. But he's perfectly reasonable. He doesn't have like a single like unreasonable stance. No, he's not extreme. He's just much more open-minded, and he views, let's say, government and European Union in less sinister way than I do. Like, he's much more open to, or whatever, what governments did during COVID. That was like our latest discussion, like whether they handled the response properly and then overreach and stuff like that. Seriously, how does America and European make things like Black History Month and all whatever else problem? Well, it's a cultural impact type thing, because whatever happens, well, first of all, whatever happens in America, it's a matter of time till it travels down to Europe. So whatever kind of cultural trends are set in America is like Europe and the rest of the world kind of tries to emulate it, just because of the sheer media and platform that America has. Like, whether people like to admit it or not, America is effectively the center of the world. As in, like, the most powerful country, one of the most rich countries, if not the most rich country, and culturally influential countries. So, you know, if like the whole George Floyd thing, for instance, you know, that was an American thing with American cops doing something, and that turned into global protest and unrest. And that's the same thing with just about everything. And also, you know, because the world's global and many of the American-based companies exist outside of America. Like, you know, previously, let's say Twitter being an American company, but let's say Twitter sets a new policy, encourages things, slogans, and, you know, advertise something that is global immediately. The same thing with Google, same thing with Facebook, and in media, like, you know, everybody in the world watches Hollywood movies, for instance. You know, hardly anybody outside of India watches Bollywood movies, but everybody watches Hollywood movies. You know what I mean? As a gay man, the amount of hate and negativity shown in live streams just illustrates the reason why we need pride events. I found it upsetting and made me very worried for it. And, you know, I get it. But... And again, you know me for a while, Daisy Dazzlers. Like, I have always been open with the way I think. And I agree, it definitely went overboard, but that is how internet is when there are no consequences. Like, as a straight man, for instance, and this is not, like, obviously direct one-to-one comparison, people, especially online, when they're hiding behind keyboards, are extremely mean. Like, I have been attacked, insulted in every which way possible. And I'm sure if my sexuality was up for the target, you know, that would be too. But, you know, they make fun of my hair, they make fun of my accent, they make fun of my personal life choice, and just about everything. And the people do that when there is, you know, lack of accountability. That is what you call, like, internet always wins type situation. That's fighting the windmill. And I don't see a viable alternative of, like, actually effectively, like, dealing with the problem as of right now without leading into, let's say, post-dictatorial, like, dystopian future scenarios where everybody's unmasked, everybody has, like, some sort of social credit score and stuff like that. And again, like, Pride events, Pride Month, stuff like that, as far as, you know, from my perspective, it's like, fine, go do them. Don't make me be a part of them if I don't want to be them. And we're good. Like, because again, I have friends who are gay. I lived, like, very long time in UK. There were, like, lots of colorful characters I made friends with, and it never was, like, an issue for me. But at the same time, I know for a fact that in Latvia, where I live, that's, like, a massive problem, and people look at it much more harshly. Doesn't mean that they're bad people, and they're not on board with the whole LGBTQ on gay thing, and they frown upon it. It's their worldview. Like, again, because not everywhere in the world is America or is Canada or is, you know, one of these Western places. The same thing, like people are quick to attack. Anybody in let's say Europe, America, Canada, in the Western world for not supporting pride and, you know, being bigoted and whatnot. They keep their mouth shut when it comes to Chinese and Muslims and stuff like that, because it's part of their culture. You know, culturally, for instance, you know, the gay and LGBT and this whole sexual freedom explosion is absolutely not tolerated, let's say in Islamic countries where there's literal death penalties for being gay and stuff like that, and China and stuff. But nobody's like making a big deal of it, because you know you can't change it, you can't fuss around it, because that is their culture. And my problem is that you think that every place that's, let's say, remotely white and Christian has the same culture. It doesn't. Eastern European is much more socially conservative, for instance, than Canada and USA. And it's still generally, in general populace, much more rigid view. Now, it might change with the type. But cultures are not the same in California, in Nebraska, in Alaska, and stuff like that. And that is how those people are raised. That is what they're taught them. Those are their world sensibilities. And as far as I'm concerned, you don't have the right to change that either. You need, like, I accept the world for what it is, and so should you. And petition to rename the stream. Sorry, nobody wants to play friendly though with me. Not direct attack, just some people don't want to see. Yeah, I mean, like, I am there as well, effectively. Like, I don't like public displays of sexuality, straight or gay. And yeah, with Pride Month, again, it's like, you want to have Pride Month, go have it Pride Month. It's like, that's fine. Like, don't make it my deal or problem, though. Okay, anyways. Anybody up for a friendly? If not, I'm gonna play a victory track match. It's best to talk about this stuff. Yeah, I also think that, well, okay, I get that, but is America making their issues everyone else's issues? Is people everywhere paying attention to what's going on in America? And the issues... it's a mixture of both. Like, at this point, Slinger, because you can't pretend that you don't know how much, like, public issues of America is gonna, like, travel across the world. So, you know, you can also be wary of that and use that in whichever way you fit. Currently, I think it's more about what I said. It's mental health month too. Why is nobody talking about it? Yeah, which I think at the moment is a very significant problem. I think people's mental health is in a very, very, very shitty state at the moment. Like this conversation that should be had. I mean, I agree. I always like discussing things, and I don't shy away from my thoughts and opinions, because one of the main reasons for that is that I am... Wait, this is the power gaining matter. Fuck it. And yeah, and that's another thing, is like the rapid fire expansion of young people who identify as queer or some sort of other sexuality is not natural. 100%, because at this point, you know, the social fabric, I think, has been made so crazy for young people with all the influence of this stuff that it is something I am absolutely against. Like, I believe that these days, like, over 20% identify as, like, queer, of, like, school-age kids and stuff, which definitely isn't true, especially when you listen to those people. So they're like, I'm this and that sexual, and basically they are saying 18 different things to say that I'm a straight guy who likes girls. But they can't say that because that's not fashionable anymore. So now they are queer something that likes, you know, it's just crazy. Because there's this need for everybody to be special or feel special. And being, like, white and straight and or whatever is not cool anymore. So, you know, kids are having issues. Yeah, but at the same time, if my neighbors are having an issue and I'm loud, it's my choice to try. Yeah, but it doesn't work again when so much of global attention is controlled by America. It's like, so what you're asking is, for instance, these popular issues, like if that is being pushed on Twitter, don't use Twitter. If you're asking for that to be pushed on Facebook, you know, leave Facebook and stuff like that. It just doesn't work because there are no alternatives but to listen. If you want to listen to anything at all, I didn't pay attention right now. If you want to listen to in your arguments, Linga, is like the only solution would be to plug in your ears and do not hear anything of any sound, you know, in your home, or keep your ears open and let's say try and watch your telly and converse with people in your home, or just completely, you know, block your ears out. Ah, fuck it. No, not you, but it's your choice what you do on Twitter. But those things pop up on your feed anyways. It doesn't work like that. Because, you know, it's a recommended, it's trending and all that stuff, and you see it and you are exposed to it anyways. Not to mention the fact that it also depends who you have, like, followed, and you never know exactly, like, what's going to pop up from them, and so on and so forth. You can't realistically control that. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, this is gonna be rough. Ah, I nearly got to level 3 and I could have powered in here. Oh, new side. Yeah, exactly. You can't escape American media or American trends or American news no matter what you do. It's just not gonna happen. In Latvia, it's the same thing as well, by the way. I'm going to be listening to Latvian news and I'm still going to hear, you know, Trump and US political events and, you know, all of that stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I need to tech champion. Caliban victory track? No. Let's see. Let's see, Juggy boy. It's not that it's a push or an effort, more so it's just the reality of life, and that's how things, come to be, in a sense. Yeah, you know what I mean. Let's say it's a unforeseen consequence or something of the sort. Some things are just the way they are, or just they happen to be, and that's one of them. What America does, the rest of the world looks at it as being, let's say currently most leading superpower in the world. You guys have the global trading currency with the US dollar. You guys have the most influential, social media sites and news organizations. You guys have like a lot of very influential industries and power. And whether you like it or not, you make your problems the world's problems. And even the fact that right now I am in Latvia and I am debating all of these things is kind of like a pseudo proof of that. Because, we have viewers from India, we have viewers from everywhere in the Europe. I am a streamer that has never been to United States, but I know about United States more than just about any other country in the world. And its problems and its issues and its state of affairs constantly. And it's not because, at this point I am actively following it, but I didn't want to or start to. It just happened because I couldn't escape from it, so I might as well try to understand it better. And this China American can fall off, and when it does, it's gonna be ugly. Yep. I mean, we'll see what happens. How much for a Sensei Human Torch? Probably gonna be like $500. Oh, fuck me, I knew I'm gonna fuck this up. Oh no, I didn't trigger thing. Fuck you. I mean, I killed him, but it wasn't pretty. Ah. Yeah, that is it. It is a very small percentage of people, but it doesn't change the fact that it does have a lot of influence. And it is like not everywhere in America, but again, America itself is very large and divided in opinion in matters like these. Obviously, there are your major hubs of let's say the agenda or the trends and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of it is coming from very small amount of people, but they do have very big reach. And it still doesn't change the fact that it is coming from America. Which champions will be in selector, we do not know that. Any leaks of Will Fight? Nope. Seven Bullseye Spiral having confirmed, yes. They just happen to be the loudest. Most people just want to live their lives and let other people live. Again, I do get that. I agree. I have never once questioned the fact that, you know, the activist type is not a common person. But fact of the matter remains, they are loud and they are heard across the world. And they influence the world. Whether you like to admit it or not. Do you support? I mean, I don't think anybody, like, again, like first of all, Ugandan views on homosexuality, in my opinion, are wrong. Completely, that's like non-negotiable. Again, because, you know, fundamentally, I do think it's wrong to persecute a person just because of their sexuality. Absolutely. Here comes the counterpoint. I don't expect everybody else to think exactly the way I do. Because we as people are largely products of our upbringing and influence and the things that we are exposed to. And like, I kind of understood this as well, like when I returned, you know, home from UK. And it was like fairly subtle. But in UK, you know, it's perfectly normal to be gay, it's perfectly normal to be friends with gay and stuff like that. It wouldn't be here. Like, you know, my brother would wobble his eyes and like just about everybody, like, what's the best way to put it? Only thing that people in this town know about our president is the fact that he's gay. They barely know his name. They barely know what he's done, what he's accomplished. They just know that he's some gay guy. And they don't like it. And they talk very dismissively about that. I don't think it's a good thing at all. I don't think, for instance, my brother or you know, many of my friends, childhood friends, are evil people because of it. I think that they are the total sum of their, you know, world experience and upbringing and everything else. And, you know, fighting for gay rights is not my life's calling, and I don't think it's my responsibility, and I don't think it should be thrust on me. So I just leave it as is. Even if I, you know, have a much more open view to all of that than they do, even though, you know, we disagree. I don't expect them to think the way I do either, though. Oh, come on, really? Fuck you. I'm leaving this chat. That's... Yeah, you see, that is a stupid ass joke to make somebody in that situation, I think. You were absolutely, unquestionably, being a cunt, said Bakchi. That is not something you can say just kidding afterwards. Too. Alright, personally, rather have American influence the rest of the world and good things and not the extreme. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I don't think there is a better alternative. I mean, I might criticize America a lot, and I do have my fair share of issues with it, but, you know, I'd take America's influence and what America does over, let's say, China or Russia or India any day. And now I infuriated a lot of people, I know, with mentioning India as well. But also, like, you know, I do think India has its fair share of cultural problems. It is a place I'd still want to visit at some point, but... But yeah, Bakchi, that was a very, very shitty thing to do, man. You should, like... I say this sincerely, you should be ashamed of yourself and for what you did and how you behave now. Yeah? Right. Yeah. Oh, come on, really? I didn't reverse it now. Fuck. I'm playing awful. I'm not even paying much attention. But this meta is gonna suck for sure. People don't like honest answer. No, like, my biggest issue here is I was just kidding. Not your honest answer. The I was just kidding part is the problem. If you are, quote unquote, brave enough or provocative enough to say things like that online, then you need to be able to own them. Not, you know, when you're getting called out and when somebody has an issue with it. Not, goes like, it's just a joke, bro. Not the joke. Can severely affect, you know, some person's day or opinion of you or their general impression on the situation. And if you think the way that you do, which again, for the record, I heavily disagree with you, you do not get to go, I'm just kidding, for shit like that. That's like the lamest cop-out in the history of all cop-outs. I don't think there's much else I can say on that. And it has many problems, I agree. Is it a place you should visit on vacation for fun? Yes. Is it a place where you should live peacefully? Not really. Yeah, exactly. That you know, that's my opinion. Again, that's exactly what I mean. It's like, I think you can have a lot of cool stuff in India, and it is a fascinating place with fascinating history. But, like, would I want to move there? Or would I be, like, what's the best way to put it? Like, an objective measure of your, like, opinion of the country is, like, is it a country where I wish I was born in a regular, average family, statistically? No. Absolutely fucking not. And again, I don't say it like mean-spirited. It's just, I'm good, thanks. I think it's gonna be 1 by 1, but I don't know. Oh, you might be able to go because it might be 3 different difficulties. Albert, it's okay, just kidding. But what were you kidding about? Okay, fine, then I misunderstood. That's fine. My bad. I like my country, and I like the culture, but sometimes just way too much, and also a lot of corruption. And yeah, I also don't like how massive it is and how many people there are. Like, I wouldn't want that for me on a daily life, for instance, living in one of your, like, you know, 6-7 million cities and stuff. I think it's just way too much, like the crowds and stuff like that. And also, obviously, there are general thematic, systematic issues in India. India's conflict with Pakistan. Okay, I'm not gonna get too much in that. No, it's okay. What do you think he said? Well, the first thing was what Bakshi said. First thing was he effectively said that it's flat out illegal to be gay in Uganda and that he disagreed with those views to a gay person. Which, no, again, is straight up kind of like... What would you describe it? Oh, fuck, I didn't mean those. I didn't mean those. That was Yash? Was it Yash? Yeah, in that case, I'm sorry, the chat's a bit too. Oh, good. That was Yash. My bad. Apollo Jesus. Bakchi. Yash, you're a cunt. Yeah, that was a bit of confusion. Yeah, that's fine, fine. Got it now. Really? On 21st hit? Really? That was like the unluckiest sleeping I have had. Okay. I only said to some extent. Okay, which extent is that then? Like, I fundamentally reject the idea of somebody being prosecuted and, you know, prisoned and punished because of their sexuality. So I do need to ask, which extent is that? That you agree with that? It's the same reason why I'm completely against every single one of the equity programs, by the way. Okay, let's focus on. I knew I'm gonna fuck this up. They're saying letting on it's not right, but upright people have been acting. I can understand why they made it. Though again, that's absolutely not how it has gone down, though, has it, Yash? The rule existed well before Pride, and there's no real Pride expression in Uganda, and there never has been, because it was never, like, legal. Yeah, I'm not big a fan of DI. I think that only does hurt people who get pissed off. Yeah, exactly. I think you can have similar programs based on your socioeconomic status. You know, for instance, in this city we have that type of issue, so it, you know, can help them out of sorts. But I think flat out basing it on, yeah, like your race and sexuality, I think it's awful, or gender. That's why I said not fully. Well, again, like, the argument that you presented is nonsensical, because the, let's say, explosion of pride culture and queer culture in the last decade or two is extremely recent. However, the laws that do, you know, criminalize homosexual activity are, like, comparatively ancient. In that culture, that country has never been legal, has never been, you know, fine, has never been allowed. Therefore, it has absolutely nothing to do with pride and the current queer culture. It's just, they have never allowed it. Do you understand the problem here? It's okay. I'm going to use a very, very brutal example here. According to your argument, you would be pro-slavery if you do not like, you know, the way black culture is behaving right now. That is the same argument. Because that is something that happened and then got ruled in, like, ages ago, and you are effectively excusing it or justifying it with something extremely recent. So no, that's, like, fundamentally wrong logic there. Can't use the behavior of last 5 to 10 years of people who are, let's say, swinging completely on the other side, justify what the people did decades or hundreds of years ago and what they are doing right now. Largely keep out politics. I know for a fact that if I was up to date, I would get so angry with the way things are. I am up to date with just about most of the European and American politics, and not a good state of affairs right now, at all. I regret asking no question right now. I didn't see conversation that was going on. Well, Sid, what was the no question? New camera? No, no, no. It's just different lighting. Seconds. My bad. Oh, somebody has rank 4 massacre. That's gonna be filthy. Looks good to be honest. Well, I'm glad you like it. Oh yeah, on Nova you want as high 6 as possible. Every single 6 stone gives him extra damage and makes him more dangerous in defense as well. As done question. Don't worry, Zilda. There's always somebody who asks that type of thing, and you know, I don't mind talking about them because I hope the general type of field or consensus that people take away with, and most important point that I'm trying to emphasize here is you can agree with something, you can disagree with something, you might not understand something, it might not necessarily be for you, but you also don't need to be nasty or complete dick about it or anything else really. Because the world is a very, very, very big place with different cultures, and I don't expect some sort of unanimous high mind to happen. There will always be people from different parts of the world who find our sensibilities completely illogical. In dark politics, Jubilee, only because I'm always right, and that's how it feels fall. Okay, so what are you going to tell me then, Mr. Right? And sideways spend Radiance, 1 tier 7 basic, on multiple rank for Alpha. Rank for champions from Titan Crystal. Well, the thing is, no, of course he's gonna sell the shit out of that. You don't want to overdo on any of the purchases. Like even with Alpha, you don't want to buy more than 5 or 6 for Alpha. But keep in mind that there will be a store reset very soon. Okay, that was ungodly luck. Of course you awaited that shit. And I hate Domino. He just doesn't want to throw the level 1 against me. That's where entire fight problem started here. Screen not screening. I really need to fix this. Yeah, I can master the screen freezing. And it's not screening again. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream and I'm gonna try and figure out the whole USB thing. But if anybody's interested, I lost the round 1. Yeah, I'm gonna be screwed for round 3. Whichever way this goes. And it's not screening again. That's cooked, and I think I need to order a new one. Yeah, I got USB-C with a HDMI connection. I mean, I do have a capture gun. But yeah, Yash, it's still not working for me for whatever reason. Did you need to install some sort of drivers or something? Whilst you are here. Oh, I didn't install any. Yeah, that's odd. And you're using OBS, yeah? Fuck you. Ah, I don't know. Let's view it again. It doesn't work like that. Oh well. When did you get Zola? I mean, I only have a 6-hour Zola. And I didn't get Zola. I might be wanting to bring them back. Probably after the wedding. But hey, Tiger put in work on defense. Nice. Alright, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye bye. Huge thank you to Sith, by the way.
Hello there guys and welcome back to the